Welcome back. Let's play some more 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Drop the lance on the back rank. So, can be tempting to drop your lance pretty much anywhere indiscriminately. But, yeah, it's best placed on the back rank for a reason. Hang on. Hang on. There's a tactic or two in this position. There is definitely a tactic or two in this position. First I have to move my king to safety. But you know what? This looks too fun. This looks way too fun. How can we say no to this? So our opponent's rook is blocked. They do have a rook in hand. They did take care of the silver rather than... Or I'm sorry, they pushed the silver. I thought they would drop a pawn. So I'm also in unfamiliar territory. But I think we'll do just fine in unfamiliar waters. I'm optimistic. So I'm threatening the castle and threatening the rook. The rook is protecting the knight. Yep. Okay, so I take this rook. Maybe I messed up. I don't know. Like, I'm obviously prone to a fork out here. I have a rook in hand, they have a bishop in hand. But yeah, I'm partially playing this just so I can look it up after the game and figure out like what in the world is going on in this position. It looks like such a unique position. It seems like a shame to miss out on whatever this has to offer. I could take the knight and then drop my rook and try to... No, they can cut the line with a bishop drop, and then I'm just giving material for no reason. If I drop the rook first, setting up the tactic, again, they could retreat the bishop. So I'm going to need some other shot here. A rook drop gives us both a rook in hand. Then bishop takes bishop, rook takes rook, and they check and run away. Alright, so let's just develop pieces normally and then figure out the rest of this normally. Now rook drop? Bishop takes bishop, rook takes rook. I don't seem to be lost there. Do I have better? If I attack this pawn... It's not so good. Hmm.
7分。
I don't think forcing a rook exchange is in my... Well, no, it doesn't work out. So is this really my target? Only because they have a difficult time defending it, but like they can bishop drop after I sack. It's not smart. There's still something more to this position than what I'm seeing. I just don't know what. Hmm. Well, let's take our chances. Pawn drop, I move my rook over. Thankfully, I have that tactic here. Oh, they could drop cutting both my rook and my bishop. I guess I could take it, though. And so that's not super effective either. Hmm. Right, I forgot that is a thing. Um, hmm. This is unfortunate. This self-inflicted injury. Thankfully, my opponent reminds me that I'm actually threatening something here. Um, I needed this reminder, though. Yeah. Hello. It's not much of a threat, I'll give you that, but it is a threat. Um, well, this could have gone better.
5分。
Ew, whatever. Let's go. They're gonna drop a bishop, and I don't know how to continue. Hmm. Oh, wait. This tactic, yeah. Thank goodness Shogi tactics can be so complicated. So if they drop a knight to trap my rook, I can exchange the rook for the silver and a bishop. So it's not a total loss. Or rather, I was having difficulty seeing what do I do with the bishop, but if I get two pieces, I could maybe do something. I say if they drop the knight, but like what else are they going to do here? But yeah, everything's hanging, so they're kind of compelled, as I am, to go down this line. This isn't generally where you'd want to put a knight, but tactics can force us to do interesting things. Are they not taking my rook? Hmm. I mean, it's a fair question. Well, yeah. There's no way I can trap the rook here. Um, Even without trapping the rook, though, I can do something. It's tricky to see what I can do, though. Alright, we're just gonna go full force, full speed ahead with this, and assume it works. Because, like, what else can I do here? So, their silver general might be overburdened. It might not. Maybe this is totally fine. Uh, Either way, I get to double attack the general here.
3分、
That's a fun move. Um,
2分30秒。
Ew. Um, yeah, making progress is tricky, thanks to all my other moves.
2分、
Okay, I'm gonna do something curious here. That is check. Oh wait, I'm getting my rook pinned if I fight back this way. Um, ew.
1分30秒。
Yeah, that's a hot mess. Alright, I have to bust my castle to save my bishop. Don't try this at home. Maybe I could have moved my knight instead. Not sure. Well, we'll get to move my knight in just a second here. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm
1
confused.
分、
Pawn drop wins material. Um, mhm. Not sure why I'm provoking like this. I had this pawn push, which would have been perfectly reasonable. Drop the lance on the back rank.
30秒。 20秒。
Oh, I gave my dragon. Should I care? I'm not sure.
10秒。
Thanks for the game. Whoops. Yeah. One down, two to go. We both got excited about the game. Good luck. Yeah, I caught on to what was happening there, just in case I didn't say it aloud. Alright, they're not building Oniguma. Yay. They are building Oniguma. What the heck? You crazy? Why'd you do that? Why would you do that to yourself here? Oh my gosh. Is this really happening? Okay, before I F this up, is my rook where I want it? I think so. Yeah, let's go. So the key here is you don't need to know every move order of every opening to play Shogi. Just in case that wasn't clear, it helps to be able to evaluate things on your own and have some confidence in your ability to evaluate things. Confidence can be misguided. Probably this is going to backfire immediately now that I've said these things. But still, like, having no confidence is just crippling. Um, Alright, I'll cut this diagonal with my knight. Only because I foresee some terrible tactics in the future. That's not how this works. Pawn drop. How much do we exchange? This could work out pretty well in many different ways. Um, this looks interesting. Let's try it. Oh, I missed knight up. Knight up would have won material. At, like, there's an immense risk that goes with opening my castle here. So, oh no, I didn't win material. Welcome. Unless I'm misreading this, this is just amazing. It's not check, but that is a fork. That's another fork. So, I'm chasing a rook here. How many hundreds of tempi might I win chasing this rook? I wonder. So I could take a gold and get a pawn. I assume I can do better.
7分、
So we got tactics here. We got tactics all day. My gold general is hanging. Okay, what do we do about this? That's right, I could promote over here too. That's interesting. Am I walking into a fork that way? Yep, you bet I am. Do I care? Almost certainly I do. So let's find something better. If I retreat... This looks okay. If they chase my horse, I just take the piece chasing. So now I've got a horse. You can exchange bishops if you so desire. You don't. I could probably even take this. I don't need to take it, but it could be fun to take. Man, what a position. If I back up, they're going to keep chasing again and again and again. If I go forward, they're going to bring their silver way out here. And if I take with my rook, they take my knight. So this might... A tactical retreat might be warranted here. Can I trap the rook mid-board? Maybe. Yeah, mid-board
5
rook
分、
trap might be good. It costs me 2 golds, though, so I'm not super interested in that. Yeah, let's just go back and try to play a normal game. If they give a silver, I might as well just take the silver, but they're not. Really? Okay. My gold is defended. Keep your king and rook apart, except for cases where you shouldn't. Yeah, we're putting my rook on this file. So my rook's defended. That is an attack. I can take that. My king gets under attack first. Maybe I... Wait, I don't need to take that. Let's just go forward. You have 1 gold general. I promote. That's a fork. I will take your bishop. I'm taking it. Alright, so we've got a position here. It's definitely a position. It's very positional. So, um, what have I done? I don't know, man.
3分、
So bishop drop, pawn up, knight mate. That's one way this can go.
2分30秒。2分、1分30秒。
Time management's tricky. I'm spending a lot of time, but my position seems to be okay.
1分、
Thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. Good luck. Yeah. One could also say time management, perhaps. Saving time is not all it's meant out to be. Who are you saving it for? Okay, what's going on here, man? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, that was the fishing pole. On the other hand, um, out of 2 considerations, I played it that way. Um, one consideration is that I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be frank about that. But also, there's the time pressure thing that empowers me to play whatever I want, and then just blame it on the clock. So, if you've got better ideas, I don't know, it could help. But, hmm. How do I progress against this pole silver shape? Well, this isn't bishop exchange, so I can just go through the middle. Um, my opponent keeps delaying action over here because I have my bishop and silver set up to fight back. But perpetually delaying action is not a course of action. They could have just pushed this. I forgot Nifu's a thing, so I can't drop a pawn while I still have a pawn on that file. Um, okay, you get my stuff, I get your stuff. This isn't... Oh, just kidding. I'm giving you my stuff, and I don't get anything. Right, like I was saying. So how do we make this work out? Do we make this not the worst thing ever?
7分、
Is it possible to save face here somehow? Nope. Alright, so... Could be... Maybe I'm rattled after stuff that happened. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening here. Or maybe this is fine. Because I'm threatening to push and then silver up. Which loses a silver. I keep trying to activate my bishop in this corner. And it's not working. Knight drop is a fork. But my silver wasn't doing much, so how much do I care? I'm not sure. Yay, I got a piece in hand. Was it worth it? Probably not. Maybe I should read, through the kindness of one excellent amateur player that goes by a VTuber name of Seigo Sato. Perhaps I should read up about how to play openings. So this would be an opportunity for me to learn. He just published, and right now it's freely available for a limited run. Fourth file rook strategy. So maybe I should read up on that. As exciting as it is for me to invent ways to play openings and then try to justify them, playing real openings might be a wonderful experience. Food for thought. This knight has the square covered. I missed that. Not like I was looking as much as I should be looking, but I did miss that. Okay. What can I do? So I'm still threatening to push this pawn. They could just drop a pawn to stop me. But here we are.
5分、
Let's go. If I had a lance, we could maybe hit this point. But I like that'd be a one-piece attack against the king. I'm not sure a one-piece attack can prevail. Um, a horse is best suited as a defensive piece, not as an attacking piece. Um, Here goes nothing. I'm no longer Fugira. I have a pawn in hand, and I am afraid to use it. Uh, if I run, they drop a gold, and we exchange. I'm getting massacred even faster. So I should continue attacking rather than attempt to defend my mess. Okay. How do I attack here? Hmm. If I run here, though, they drop a gold. I could take the horse. Okay, we'll try to save a tempo this way. Since they can't play horse 5-5. Oh my gosh. What surprises me the most is that I seem to have conjured something from not very much. Um, like, this looks completely unsustainable, what I'm doing. But, um... mhm. Well, let's go with the theory that maybe piece values might not matter so much.
3分、
Um, Rook here or pawn drop? Um,
2分30
One
秒。
drop, they take my rook, I take here. Looks interesting. I don't think they're actually intending to take my rook here. What concerns me is that this pawn could just walk across the back rank and mate me. Except for the fact that my rook defends this.
2分、
I'm miscounted. That's gonna hurt.
1分30秒。
That's gonna hurt. Alright, I'll take my chances with this crazy looking move. I'm not convinced that it's a good idea. But this position's kind of bad. Again, I could try bishop 5-5, but that just slows my attack down.
1分、
Well, let's go. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
30秒。
Oh! Nice. Well played. Thanks for the game. Alright, well, that's 3 games. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.